like there's a big hullabaloo going on right now because the Undertaker, I guess, went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I guess Goldberg somewhere else. They've come out to say that today's WWE superstars are soft. So I wanted to give you a chance to respond to that claim.
We do the same job. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the bumps got any worse or any better. And it's funny because you hear the old timers, they'll be like, and I don't consider Undertaker and Goldberg old timers. That my father, their generation, the golden era, the 70s. That's a different generation, I would think. But you always hear them like, a drop kick was a finish back in my time. So that means you didn't quite, drop kick. That's like the second move you see in a wrestling match nowadays. So we're doing a lot more, and sometimes I think we're a lot more physical, and because the audience has seen so much more, we have to do a little more in order to pique their interest, in order to show them a little something different. So it's strange because I don't know, I think he was just, I really feel like he misspoke, because Mark is a really good guy. He's very knowledgeable. He obviously has a ton of respect for the business. Goldberg is just Goldberg. Who cares?
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, somebody's got to. But he's talking about guns and knives in a locker room. Like, come on, Mike. I mean, you guys traveled just like we did. Did you really get that stuff through the security? TSA just letting everything happen back then. And yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm not I choose to play video games sometimes on my own time. I don't do it at work. And as you can see, and some of my characters based around it, I've always been one that networked and politicked and tried to, communicate and work while I'm at work. Some guys choose to stay in the locker room, and for guys like the New Day, who are just uberly talented, who just have it, and when it comes time to put it on screen, they just bang, they go. They can get away with that. But I hope the younger guys that are in the locker room, don't fall into that, because we're not all the same. I have to put my whole mind into work as I come to work on a Friday, all the way, sometimes my wife has to tell me, shut it off, like, stop, like, just be at home, be present, because I can't turn it off sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think to be at the highest level of anything, you have to be borderline obsessive. So I think, I don't always think there's room for video games in the locker room, but when we're running our regular touring system and it's a live event and there's nowhere to go, you done got kicked out of the hotel because you couldn't get the late checkout. You already hit the gym, you already picked up your food, and you're sitting, in the locker room. I'd rather my guys, play video games than be breaking into a bag of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it's a different time, and I think we're smarter, and I think you're going to see that all, from the financial side of it, how we save our money, how we prepare for the future, having afterlife after the business when we can't fall down anymore, all the way to our actual health. So I think it was just like a retired guy trying to sound gangster being a retired guy, you know what I mean?